Hi everyone, so today we're going to continue with percents. We've already kind of done 7.2, 3, 4, and 5 in our rational numbers unit since we kind of switched things up a little bit. We're going to skip all those. We're going to move on to percent applications. Today specifically we're going to work on tip and tax, and then this is going to be on page 39 for me, but again it might be different. Today's video, if you want to be successful with today's Khan Academy, I would recommend watching it. But seeing as we are now done with the note-taking portion of your grade, you don't have to take notes. You can just follow along. You can skip through. You can use this video to your advantage to be successful with the Khan Academy. So today we're going to be specifically working with tip and tax. We're going to be working forward, so finding the tip and tax today, and then tomorrow we'll work backwards. So how to find tip and tax. So these are going to be like the steps. So step 1, you're going to convert your percent to a decimal, which we've done a lot of. Step 2, you're going to multiply the decimal to the original total. And then step 3, and so this is if you're asked to find the new total. So this gives you right here the tip or the tax. But usually you're not just asked for the tip or the tax, you're asked for the total after the tip and tax has been calculated. So then you'll add tip or tax to original total. And so just because I think sometimes equations are easy, so if we were to have an equation, so it's kind of long because we're going to include all 3 steps into it. So we have original total plus, and then if you want to do parentheses, original total times the percent, and that's going to equal our new total after tip and tax. So what this one here gives you, so this equation in our parentheses right here, this gives us the tip slash tax. So that's what this whole thing is. And then this here is we're adding it together so that we get the new total. And then with our percent, in order to get it as a decimal, we do whatever the percent value is divided by 100. And so there's going to be some Khan Academy problems, maybe, depending on which 4 you get, where they're going to be like, what equation matches the word problem? And let's say, you were given the original total and you were given the percent, and they were asked which one gave you the tip and tax. So you'd want one that looks like this. So your original total plus the original times the percent, or if you were just asked for tip or tax, what's the equation? It would look something like this, and oftentimes they'll write it out of 100 to show they wouldn't just write the decimal or the percent. They would write it like 98 out of 100. Okay, so let's work through some examples. And in Khan Academy, they don't actually ever ask you for the most part. Actually, yes, they do. They ask you to find the new total. And so, yeah, we'll use this whole equation. There might be some where they just be like, what's the tip or tax? But for the most part, they're going to ask you for the new total. So let's say for this example, they tell us that a watermelon costs, or their total after buying watermelons is $9, and the sales tax is 9%. And they said, find the new total after sales tax has been applied. So we're going to use our equation. So we have our original total. And then in here, in our parentheses, we're going to find the sales tax. So 9%, remember to convert it to a decimal, we start at the end and we move it in twice. So I'd get 0.09. And this equation right here, what I've done is going to give me this right here. We'll give me my sales tax, and then we'll add it to our original. So when I multiply, so let's see, so 9 times 9 is 81. Because of here, I have to move it in twice, so I'd get 0.81. So now I'm going to add it to 9. And my new total after sales tax has been applied is going to be $9.81. Okay, let's do a couple more. So let's say that the total bill was $36 and that the tip that you were going to leave is going to be 10%, and you're asked to find the total after the tip has been applied. So we have our original total plus what the tip is going to be. So we're going to do 36 times 10% is a decimal. I move it in twice and I get 0.1, or you can leave it as 0.10 if you would like to, but we don't need that 0. So 36 times 0.1. The trick whenever you multiply by 0.1 is if you have a decimal, it just moves in once. So our tip that we're going to leave is $3.60. We're going to add 36, and I get as my new total $39.60. Okay, next one, let's do another tip one. Say that the total bill is $45 and the tip is 15%, and they want the new total after you add the tip. So we have our original plus, in our parentheses, we're going to calculate our tip. So 45 times 15% as a decimal, 0.15. You can use a calculator for this part. 45 times 0.15 is 6.75 plus our original value. And I get 51.75 as my new total. So again, in the parentheses, I'm finding the tip or I'm finding the tax. And then outside of the parentheses is when I add it to my original total. Okay, let's do one more quick example. Let's say that the original price of something is $650 and there's an 8% sales tax. And they ask you to find the total after the sales tax has been added. So I have my original total plus whatever I get as my sales tax. So 650 times 8% is a decimal. My decimal moves in twice, 0.08. So now I'm going to multiply. When I multiply those, again, you can use a calculator. I get $52. So this here is what I'm paying in sales tax. And now I need to add it to my original. And I get $702 as my new total. Now as you work through some of these Khan Academy problems, I took out the story context, but you might see some of these same values in there, and hopefully you do so that you have less problems to work through.